Now, if you were to ask somebody which Sims game has the best built by mode, I guarantee that 99.9999999% of people would say that The Sims 4 has the best build by mode of all of the Sims games.
2 seconds later.
However, in some respects, it's not. Actually, there are many flaws that exist in The Sims 4 build by mode that don't exist in previous installments. So we're going to be looking at that today in today's video, where I'm comparing build by mode between The Sims 4 and The Sims 3. So, of course, we're going to be starting off with the build by mode in The Sims 3. Now, guys, just to warn you, The Sims 3 is a very buggy and glitchy game, and sometimes it just crashes for absolutely no reason. If for whatever reason this game does crash, I do apologize in advance. In The Sims 4, you can build a lot basically anywhere. On top of this little hill, I can just plunk a lot on there, and my Sims can actually live in this lot. Now, at this point of the game, it normally crashes, and I'm really hoping it's not going to crash. I can literally hear my computer fan going on full speed mode. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Oh, we didn't crash. Yes. Now, unfortunately, The Sims 3 build by mode is not as flexible as The Sims 4 is. For example, if I just place a lot like this, I can't really drag the lot up or down on the lot. If I want to place a foundation underneath it, I can't really do that. Instead, I have to delete the entire lot. I then have to click on the foundation tool, build one of the default foundations like this. All right, guys, so I've just built my foundations for a one-story house. Now, that took me a really long time, even just to make this little basic shell. Now, moving on to roof tools. Now, roofing in The Sims 3 is very interesting because it's automatic. Let me just move my face out the way. Woohoo! Sorry, I'm being a child. You can see now we've got this function called auto roof on or off. If we click this button, it basically automatically creates roofs for your property. Now, granted, these roofs look a bit naff, but you can change the different roof styles. So you can choose any kind of roof and it will automatically place a roof in that style. Now, granted, a lot of these do look a little bit strange, but you know, if I just choose a normal gabled roof, this is actually not bad. And this is very close to how I envision having it. We do have a create a style tool. So if I click on this brick wall, I can change the style of that wall. So if I want to give it a different color, do I want to have green walls? Perfect. Ta-da! There we go. In addition, you can change it. So right now we're on masonry, which is basically different brick styles that you can use for this one. Look, we can have like these green walls here. If you want to have a wall that looks like bacteria, you can literally have a green bacteria wall. You can have a pink bacteria wall. You can have a bloody forest on your walls. You can change to different wood types. It's so creative. There's so much you can do. And in addition to that, you can even create your own custom content ones. And guys, I don't know if you can hear it, but my computer really is ramping up the CPU. And in fact, The Sims 3 for me honestly runs a lot worse than The Sims 4 does. It's so clunky. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I am honestly terrified that my game is going to explode. So I'm just gonna stop with the outside and focus on the inside right now. So from the offset, I just want to say searching for things in build by mode in The Sims 4 is a lot more difficult. So we have the same option where you can, you know, search for things by room. However, when you're trying to sort for things by function, it can be incredibly difficult because there are just too many confusing options. Even though I have quite a few expansion packs installed on The Sims 3, we have much less items than we do in The Sims 4, and that's just the Sims 4 base game compared to The Sims 3 with expansion packs installed. Oh my god, guys, we've got Bonehilda in The Sims 3. I completely forgot about Bonehilda. If you don't know, Bonehilda is a maid that you could have. She looks like a skeleton. Oh my god, look, it's Bonehilda's little coffin. Oh my god, I miss her so much. I want her back. Now, one thing that I would like to point out is that in The Sims 3, we have bunk beds. In The Sims 4, we do not have bunk beds. Another big criticism as well is that it doesn't have the vibrating heart bed that has existed in every single Sims game prior to The Sims 4, which is really controversial. Another controversy is that we didn't have a spiral staircase like we did in The Sims 4, as you can see here. We also had a pole, like a fireman's pole that you can install. One way that The Sims 3 was superior in terms of The Sims 4 build by mode is the cataloging system with the collections ability. As you can see, it just contains collections of objects from every single pack that you own, which gives you the ability to have a look at, you know, all of the different styles and options that you can use in your game, so you can really easily place new things down. In addition to that, you can actually create a new collection. So I can click create new here. I can give the collection a name. What shall I call it? Sexy things for Satch. And then we can have a look at the different icons that we can use. There are literally so many icons. They put so much effort into this. So if I'm browsing build by mode and I find something I like, let's find something that I really like. What about this trampoline? Oh my god, guys, we've got a trampoline in The Sims 3. Honestly, Sims 4 could never make. Anyway, sorry. Let's say I really like this trampoline. All I have to do is click on it in build by mode and click on the option that says add to collection. All I have to do now is add it to sexy things for Satch, and then we're done. You can easily just hop in and out of those collection files, and it makes it so much easier to search for things. Another thing I want to mention to you guys is that bicycles and cars came free within The Sims 3. In The Sims 4 right now, cars don't exist, and if you want a bicycle, you must pay for The Sims 4 University Life expansion pack. And in retrospect, do you know what? Build buy mode in The Sims 3 was not bad, but it was not that good either. The problem I have with it is the lack of freedom and creativity and control. Yes, we have the create style tool, but it doesn't really work that well because it's kind of slow. So from that perspective, I do think The Sims 4 wins overall. But before we make that assumption, let's have a look at build buy mode in The Sims 4 first. Now, unlike The Sims 3, you're not locked into living in only one world. You can live in any of these worlds here. Now, one point about The Sims 4 is you can't edit any lots. You can't move them, you can't change their size, you can't create new lots. Everything here is locked. In addition to that, the screen here just looks kind of ugly, let's be honest. Now, with The Sims 4, we have a rooms tool where basically you create something like this and it becomes a room. Now, with this room, you can click on it, you can change the size using these. It's really simple. Instead of having to create a foundation, you can just drag this up and it automatically creates a foundation. Now, as you can see, I've just built a basic shell. Now, this shell honestly took me about 5 seconds. When I tried to do the exact same thing in The Sims 3, it took me like 5 minutes, which is, you know, it's not that long, but it's a lot longer than it takes in The Sims 4. Now, one thing that we don't have in The Sims 4 is an auto roof tool. I feel like The Sims 4 in that sense is a lot less friendly in terms of build mode for newbies. When I first started building in The Sims 4, I was really scared of how to place roofs because I didn't really know how to do it very well. But once you get the hang of it in The Sims 4, it's not that hard. Doors are not locked to being on the grid. So, you know, if you want to, you can smoothly move them around and it's totally fine. And I can place it exactly in the middle. The exact same thing goes with windows. I can place them basically anywhere around here. It's so much easier. Okay, guys, so I know the basic shell that I've just built here is not the best looking shell in the world. However, I just want to say it literally took me about 5 minutes, which is so much shorter than what it would have taken me in The Sims 3. Now, I will say that build buy mode in The Sims 4 is much more streamlined. For example, if you want to place a carpet, there's only really one basic default carpet style. However, you know, all of the colors come under the exact same swatch. And if I just look at The Sims 4 base game now, we got a lot more in terms of sofas and things, and it makes it so much easier to be creative than in The Sims 3. We also got many different carpets and rugs and things, and a really great tool that we don't have in The Sims 3 is a resize tool. So let me choose this rug. I really like this rug, but maybe it's a bit too big. All we can do with one of the bracket keys is we can basically size that down and make it smaller. You really like this potted plant right here, but it's a bit too small. You can size it up and make it like a large potted plant. You could take something like this potty and make it into the largest potty in the world. You can literally just put a huge potty right here on your lot. It's kind of silly, I know, but it also makes it so much more creative when you want to be able to place things. However, some objects are very strange. One of the most infamously worst objects from The Sims 4 is this telescope here. It's so big and ugly. We don't just have like a normal sized telescope in The Sims 4. Right, so as you can see here, we've got this style option where, you know, you can click something like contemporary and it shows you all of these contemporary items that you can use in your build. If you want to choose, I don't know, Queen Anne, whatever that means, you can choose these old Victorian style things. So it's really easy to be able to find things of a specific theme. However, unlike The Sims 3, you can't create your own custom collections. In addition, these categories don't really get updated with future expansion packs. However, we have also other things, like you can find things by specific colors, like blue. If you want a red thing, it's really easy to do it that way. You can also search by different packs. It's just a lot easier. However, one thing that I do have a big problem with is the sorting category method. So as you can see, we can search by objects, by rooms and things like that, which contains all of the basic things as you can see down here. However, if we want to search for objects by function, that's where it gets a little bit more messy. For example, let's say you want to have a bin. You want to find a bin to put in your house. Now, where do you think you would find a bin? Comfort? No. Surface? No. Plumbing? No. Activities and skills? No. There's basically no option. Maybe storage? It's not in storage. The actual way to find bins is to go to appliances. Even though a bin is not actually an appliance, you then have to go MISC, which stands for miscellaneous. Can I just say a bin is not a miscellaneous appliance? It's a bin. You know, a restaurant host table. This is not a miscellaneous appliance, really. A mailbox. How is a mailbox a miscellaneous appliance? How is a washing machine a miscellaneous appliance? An umbrella stand. That That is not an appliance. What the hell? Unfortunately, the categorizing system in The Sims 4 is a bit lazy, and you'll find a lot of stuff, especially from future game packs, is just chucked into these misc options because they can't be bothered to put them in the right places. It really annoys me that they haven't updated this for future packs because, you know, there's a lot of stuff that's so difficult to find. Another thing is decorations. You know, if you want kitchen decorations, there's so many different search options here, and if you can see, this is such a long line of different things. It's so tedious to look through and it takes such a long time. Yes, we have got a lot of stuff, but no, it is not easy. But other than that, I think that's it. Guys, I'm on like my 5th coffee of the day and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to get any sleep tonight. Anyway, that was it for today's video. So in retrospect, is that a real word? In retrospect? I think I made that up. Whatever. Honestly, there are pros and cons to both. In general, I will say The Sims 4 is a lot better. However, The Sims 3 does have its perks. For example, the ability to create your own collections, the ability to create a style, if it wasn't so buggy and glitchy and slow. We also had much more user-friendly options like auto roofs if you're not that good at building. However, The Sims 4 is just so much more flexible. We had so many more items. In that sense, I honestly do think if you like building, then The Sims 4 is a much better option. However, one really big thing that I hate about The Sims 4 is there's no customization with lots. As I said, you can't move or change lots that you can in The Sims 3, so in that sense, it is kind of annoying. What do you guys think? Do you think The Sims 3 or do you think The Sims 4 is better? Or what about The Sims 2 or even The Sims 1? Do you want to see a video of me comparing The Sims 1, 2, 3, and 4 in terms of build mode? Let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I upload videos 2 or 3 times a week. Other than that, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.